It honestly feels like Fortnite Lawless started yesterday, but is already 34.29% complete with 46 days remaining, with us expecting a huge live event at the end of the season, which we're going to discuss even more details about going into Season 3. Believe it or not, the Season 3 leaks have already started pouring out to do with a huge collaboration, Battle Pass skins upcoming, and a bunch more details of what's going to be happening until this season ends and we get there, so stick around until the end. Trust me, you will not want to miss a second of today. Don't forget I'm an official Epic partner, so before you pick anything up from the shop, make sure to enter code FM1 inside there, being one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, only 3 digits long. It would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug now that we've got the brand new cutout, so that means another purchase had to be made. Last video I wanted to know the name of this, so here's a bunch of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if it gets hearted it could be showed on screen in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, as after all it only benefits you, with us gifting different subscribers every single day, with some proof of that recently on screen right now. Diving straight into it all, as we're literally just over a third, 33% complete of Chapter 6 Season 2, which seems weird to say considering we're only in the first update, 34.10. The next update with the release of OG Season 3, however, is just around the corner, being V34.20, which is the second downtime update of 5 big ones this season, as you can see from this list. After that, we have a smaller downtime update, V34.21, then back to major downtime update, 34.30 April 8th, Festival Season 8, V34.40 April 22nd, which is build up to Season 3 plus the event that we're going to be seeing, and then of course V35.00, the 35th season of Fortnite, May 2nd, Chapter 6 Season 3, which that date obviously is coincidentally close to May the 4th, which nicely transitions into all of our Season 3 intel. Of course, we've seen collaborations take up an entire season in the past, such as most memorably Chapter 2 Season 4, which not only introduced a fully Marvel-themed battle pass, but our biggest boss that we've fought in Fortnite history yet, Galactus, on the outside of the island, coming more closer until the live event occurred for the Nexus War. Why am I mentioning that, you may be wondering? Well, it's relevant to what we're going to be seeing for Chapter 6 Season 3 releasing May 2nd, as it's so close to May the 4th, it was already speculated before now without evidence that we're going to be seeing a completely Star Wars themed season and battle pass, unlike the mini passes we've seen before for Find the Force, or whatever the event was called in Chapter 4 Season 2, where we could unlock Darth Maul and such for the first time before they're rotated back in the shop. So without taking my word for it, and before we discuss the battle pass skins that could be upcoming based off previous teases of them coming to the game but never actually arrived, first of all, from Sheena right here, as you can see, he stated that players have pointed out that the new storyline chests look almost identical to Imperial crates in Star Wars, and as you can see, these are the story crates, and then these are the Imperial crates that he's referring to, which obviously were introduced for the first time in the first Star Wars themed live event in Chapter 2 Season 1, where miraculously at the end of it all, after a cool showcase of a scene from The Rise of Skywalker early being premiered, a chest like this opened and obviously everybody could equip lightsabers, which was obviously a huge surprise, but everybody definitely wanted to see. It's not just one data miner that's been talking about this. FN Assist followed up on that topic, saying, adding to this, Epic added a few more Fortnite x Star Wars assets in V34.10. The crate is not a brand new asset selected from the Star Wars Live at Risky Events lightsaber box, and then the textures for the stage, cylinder platform, and more crates were also re-added, likely just because the whole folder was ported. Epic Games do something for Star Wars Day every single year, and in previous years we've had skins leaked because of that, meant to be upcoming either in the item shop or as part of a mini pass, that either got scrapped or have been saved for this Star Wars season in the battle pass, such as Emperor Palpatine, who I believe when flying over the Chapter 4 island actually said some voice lines, and I'll play a clip of that right here if I can find it.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
At the same time too, data miners discovered a mythic ability to do with lightning strikes, like the Emperor obviously has the ability to produce from his fingertips in the show, but as the skin never came to the game of Emperor Palpatine, sadly neither did this mythic ability, and perhaps has been saved for Chapter 6 Season 3 with this Star Wars themed battle pass. Believe it or not, this is not the only character from Star Wars that Epic Games have teased to be upcoming, whether in the shop or as part of a event surrounding May the 4th, as around the same time of Emperor Palpatine being teased, they posted on the Fortnite official X or Twitter account Roger, which if you haven't watched Star Wars is a direct, definite reference to the droids. Even furthermore than that, Donald Mustard, the ex-CCO, loved teasing things way in advance, and perhaps way back when he posted this image right here of Chewbacca and what seems to be C-3PO, instead of pointing to the C-3PO backbling that we now have, which maybe offsteered people from thinking we'd ever get this as a skin, meant all along, yes, at some point there's going to be a Star Wars themed season, and we do get C-3PO as a full character to obviously wear as an outfit. Emperor Palpatine, however, would definitely make an insane level 100 skin, also being a mythic boss on the island that we have to defeat, kinda like Zeus with his lightning effects, but obviously coming out of his fingertips, that we can then hopefully eliminate, pick up the medallion, and then obtain the ability on the island to then go and eliminate other players. Coincidentally too, with Star Wars obviously spanning over many different shows and movies now, it's not just like back in the day where films release. The second season of the Andor show is supposedly coming out just before May the 2nd rolls around on April 22nd, which is definitely coincidental considering the end date of this season, which of course we're going to see more build-ups in these final 4 downtime updates, either confirming or denying that next season is going to be largely Star Wars themed. Even though we've already had so many Star Wars skins introduced to Fortnite, here's a selection of all the ones I've managed to gather over the years in my locker. Of course, there's still so many to choose from to make up a total of 8 outfits in a battle pass like we see every single season, with 3 potentially upcoming that we've already named, being Emperor Palpatine, the droid, and also C-3PO. Less interesting than brand new characters, don't forget, because there's so many different costume versions of the same character, different variations of existing ones could be upcoming as a brand new outfit, not a selectable style, kind of like we have so many different revamped and themed versions of Bright Bomber, for instance. One kind of confirmed that Lulo posted about here, the upcoming Stain Solo quest pack could be for the new Han Solo skin, further adding to the theory that Season 3 will be based around Star Wars. Will you be playing Season 3 if it is Star Wars themed? And like previously mentioned, with these Star Wars events being bigger and better each year or May the 4th that rolls around, it may perhaps even not only be the biggest Star Wars event yet, but the biggest season, potentially with its own universe. Yes, you heard that right, like we saw the universes in the Chapter 4 end event. As you can see, Hypex posted around the time of this happening on November 20th, 2024, scrapped Star Wars universe appears in Fortnite Chapter 4 end event concept art published to ArtStation, so this was actually official, but then never made it supposedly into this event where we went through all the different universes, such as Lego, Rocket Racing, and then of course Festival. 2025 is going to be huge for Fortnite, as we already know, thanks to the State of Unreal livestream either way, regardless of whether a Star Wars universe is going to get introduced. As supposedly going forward into 2026 even, they're going to slowly start making all of the Fortnite seasons with UEFN, the tools that creators have now to make creative maps. This does not mean the seasons are going to become mid, do not worry about that, as the tools are only furthermore improving over time compared to the ones that they're already using now as developers. And with Season 3 being supposedly cursed and getting leaked early, for instance this huge leak of Chapter 3 Season 3 that obviously poured out over on 4chan that no one believed at first, but showed Darth Vader and both Indiana Jones in the Battle Pass alongside the other skins we can see. And then a year later, as we see annual chapters now, the Season 3 summer theme season called Wilds was leaked for Chapter 4, the key art right here, showing and confirming we would be seeing an Optimus Prime Transformers collaboration involved. And then, dare I say it, the roadmap being leaked last year, entirely showing what was upcoming until 2025, literally being confirmed at first from Billie Eilish being the headline artist of Festival, then proving that what we saw right here as concept art for Chapter 5 Season 3 would be coming true, with a desert biome and a version of Megalodon being introduced with these tubes around a muscular character, with it kind of being confirmed as well, just like Chapter 5, we're seeing mini live events or live events in general every single season, as I wouldn't call what we saw in Chapter 6 Season 1 mini, it was literally on the size and scale of the final showdown. We can all agree that Epic Games massively underplayed this in terms of actually advertising it, whether it's across social media or, you know, not even putting a timer in-game above the portal. Regardless, with Midas being introduced this season out of that portal as it turned gold, obviously after the live event confirming that he would be in the Battle Pass, with Epic Games obviously solidifying this by officially revealing all 8 Battle Pass outfits on their socials through images like this, and with this main map change area of Season 2 being affected by Midas's gold touch, with the trees and such turning gold. If you didn't already know, Midas is hunting down the Zero Shard this season, you know, this thing that we saw fly through the sky into the Chapter 6 reality that Hope and Jones actually went into before it crashed down, with Hope knowing the future thanks to her drawings or paintings, which at first obviously opened up the spirit portals and let all of the demons run havoc on the island, and then ended in the live event we already talked about. Regardless, we know Midas is hunting down the 0 Point Shard thanks to these voice lines. Yes, it's true, I'm looking for the 0 Point Shard, we need to find the 0 Point Shard before Kane and Dago. A lot of people are looking for it actually. Midas was introduced for the first time, if you didn't know, in the most popular season ever of Fortnite, and no, it wasn't one from Chapter 1, it was literally Chapter 2 Season 2 Top Secret, being spies or agent themed with Ghost and Shadow, 2 teams going head to head. Since then, obviously being a fan favourite season and fan fan favourite character because of that. Level 100 we could get back then has been reintroduced in many cinematics, different forms and for different events, literally as recent as this time last chapter in Chapter 5, Season 2, appealing to Greek mythology, which was the overall theme, myths and mortals of this season, as King Midas and many other things that Epic Games love to draw from is again from Greek mythology. And because of the fact Hope is obviously just a changed version of her other snapshot, she has all of her memories entering Chapter 6 and states if you wear Outlaw Midas and go up to her or interact, in their first dialogue, I heard stories of you back home, everyone said not to trust you, and of course, well, the reason why last season was Midas presents the floor is lava, after breaking out of the prison that Hades had him entrapped in the underworld, made golden lava rise up, engulfing or swallowing the entire island in his very own event in LTM. If that doesn't scream he's going to be involved in the story going forward to the end of this season, transitioning into the Star Wars season that we theorise is going to be upcoming now, then I don't know what else will, but an interesting theory on how Star Wars is going to be brought about to more so of a forefront, obviously as we transition into it next season from Restro right here, is if Dago is Kane's mask maker and if Season 3 is Star Wars, I have a theory as to how it all tie into the story. The mask maker of the Fox clan is the one who created the ruinous mask of power that Dago is likely repairing, as shown in this loading screen. He then follows up with the Fox clan's masks allow their users to open up rifts and travel to different realities at command. With that in mind, if Dago will utilise the dangerous mask from the Shattering War, I think he may accidentally open up a rift to the Star Wars reality or universe while using the mask, again that we saw was scrapped from this image right here in the Chapter 4 end events. Then he states the rift could be a consequence of Dago opening up his own portal to the spirit realm to enter and confront the Dark Presence, which is another one of my theories currently. Since Palpatine isn't in-game yet, it would be a perfect opportunity to make him the villain for next season. Once the rift opens up, Palpatine could feel a disturbance in the Force because of the rift, and also feel the seductive power of the 0 Point Shard. After all, every single thing seems to be drawn to it in Fortnite's universe, a fragment of the 0 Point, the 0 Point itself, such as, you know, literally Galactus pulling it out of the ground in Chapter 2. And last but not least, in this thread, he states this immediately would draw his attention, so he would bring his Imperial fleet and maybe even the Death Star to Oninoshima in search of the 0 Point Shard. Let me know what you all think about this theory. It would be absolutely crazy to see a distant Death Star slowly more so approaching the island like Galactus did in the Marvel season, but in Chapter 6 Season 3 for a huge live event involving it at the end of it, going into Chapter 6 Season 4. Drop a like if you're hyped for Chapter 6 Season 3 and subscribe for more with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads. Don't forget, most importantly, I'm an Epic partner, so enter code FM1 in the shop now. Literally takes less than a few seconds, only 3 digits long. It means the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug, as we got a giant cutout of our code to simply show our love back to you guys rocking it in the FM1 squad. As for where you go to now, click either of these 2 videos YouTube's recommended. It's a good suggestion whilst you wait for the next upload I do publish here on the channel.